All right, all right, all right. We're back here in the Rock Cave. Song of the day, right? How's everyone doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Today is Thursday, July 16th. Hope you all had a chance to check out Chris Ria yesterday. Wednesdays, I know Wednesdays, some of you are excited for new music, and I appreciate you guys giving a listen to some of the stuff I play because I am aware that new music for some people is greeted with some skepticism, myself included. So I appreciate you guys listening to that, giving it a chance, because I feel like there's some good stuff there. So what do we got going on today? Well, first of all, let's talk about the kinds of things that happened today in history. When you talk about the things I can come up with for topics. 1955, the number one song in the land for the 7th week is Ain't That a Shame by Fats Domino. Love that song. Great song. It's on the soundtrack to American Graffiti, which we talked about earlier in this show. Love 50s music. Those of you that know me know that. 1959, the Coasters recorded in New York City the song Poison Ivy. Near and dear to my heart because I'm highly allergic. You're going to need an ocean of calamine lotion. Right? 1976. Two bands break up. Loggins and Messina and the Allman Brothers break up on the same day. That must have been heartache for people, right? 1981. Harry Chapin gets killed in a car crash. Harry Chapin, the song Taxi. Always love that song, Taxi. I love the way it tells the story. And I love that song. Great song. It was years before I knew there was a sequel to that song called Sequel. Right? What else we got? Today in 1984, Roger Waters and Eric Clapton played together one of two nights in Stockholm for the Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking Tour. This is important for today because of our song of the day, but also because it's Roger Waters. And you'll notice my shirt makes a reference to Pink Floyd, Rock and Roll Refugee. We're closing in on the 100th episode, and I've done one Roger Waters Pink Floyd song. It's pretty amazing because they're my favorite band. And there's a lot of Pink Floyd coming in Roger Waters down the pike. But when you look at the calendar, a lot of stuff happens not in the summertime. Happens in the fall or the spring. But you guys are probably going to get tired of Pink Floyd and Roger Waters by this time next year. Just kidding. I'm going to do a fair amount. I got a lot to say about that. They're my favorite band. So, and this is, song of the day isn't even this, but we're going to talk about it for a second. So they played this concert that night for the Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking Tour. Roger Waters' first solo album, which is right here. Now, this is the cover from Europe. The one in the United States, there was a black box that was censoring that area. It took me a long time. I love that album, but it took me, I think, years before I became aware that that was Eric Clapton playing guitar on that whole album. And then it made perfect sense. You play the album, you're like, that's clearly Clapton. We'll get to that another time. That's not even song of the day today. Two birthdays today. Stuart Copeland from The Police. The Bed's Too Big Without You. That's my favorite jam. And Ed Kowalczyk from Live. Messed that up a little bit, but we love the band Live. All right, that's your history for today. But the real history, that's your, like a summary of what happened. All my choices for what I could have done today. But lo and behold, on this date in 1966, the band Cream is formed. And this is important because Sarah and I just got finished watching Eric Clapton, Life in 12 Bars, not 4 days ago. And that was a great documentary. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. Apparently we're late to the party because it's been out for a little bit. But boy, sure learned a lot about Eric Clapton. And there's a lot to keep track of. He was in all these bands, and you forget what he did or who he was with singing-wise. Never mind that he could consume a massive amount of alcohol for all of the 70s. He drank every drop of alcohol that was available in the 70s, apparently. But it's very well done. I wish they could have done another hour, because I wish they could have spent some more time on his mid to late 70s music, but they basically ran out of time and they had to fast forward a little bit. But, I mean, you forget that he's playing guitar on My Guitar Gently Weeps with the Beatles. You forget that the Allman Brothers were his band, briefly, for some of his songs. So anyway, I don't want to ruin it for you. So, Cream. Ginger Baker asked Eric Clapton to join his unnamed band, right? That's what happens. So, Jack Bruce also asked to join. They're going to call it the Cream of the Crop. Then they call it the Cream, only for like a day. But some people call them the Cream for a little bit at first. And then they're just called Cream. Now remember, Eric Clapton had already established himself as a massively huge, the gold standard blues guitarist with the Yardbirds. And, I mean, basically the Yardbirds broke up because they put out the song For Your Love, and that was too much pop for Eric Clapton. He wanted to be a blues guitar player. And when he saw the Beatles play after they played, and the reaction, he was just disgusted by pop music, and he felt like For Your Love was just too much pop music for him, and he left the band. He left the Yardbirds, joined the John Mayall group. Perfect band for him blues-wise, but they just, he didn't like the fact that they didn't explore a little bit more music. So, he's open to joining a band, and they form Cream. Cream is a band that's around from 66 to 68. 2 years. That's it. Think about the songs that they have. The ones that you know. Staples, right? That's it. 2 years. So they put out their debut album. They played their first concert ever, July 26, 1966, at the Twisted Wheel. Bruce is the singer. Clapton's the guitar player, although Clapton did step in and play and sing lead vocals on Strange Brew, Badge, good song, and Crossroads, right? First album, March of 1967, 66. They put it out late 66, and the second album was put out March 67, Disraeli Gears. That's the one we want to talk about. Top 5, UK and US, huge success for Cream. Sunshine of Your Love is on there, and it's just massive. The band is massive. People are just packing in to see Eric Clapton play guitar. The hippies love them because they play 20-minute songs. That sounds dreadful to me, but they do. They play 20-minute songs. They play the Fillmore. They're playing all over, right? Then they put out in 68 Wheels of Fire, and that has White Room on it. I mean, that's on every 70s classic rock compilation that you could buy ever, right? Then they're not getting along. They're just touring like crazy. They're getting tired. So they're like, get talked into a farewell tour because they're going to break up. They do 22 shows in like 19 cities. It's called the Farewell Tour. And they put out one album, their last album, called Goodbye, which has the song Badge on it. So that's it. That's it for Cream. I'm not doing Clapton. I'm not doing like his whole career. We're going to save all that stuff for another time. But this is just Cream. But Cream is 66 to 68. So, what are we doing for Song of the Day today? Because we're at 8:50 now, as far as time. To me, there's 3, right? Badge, White Room, or Sunshine in Your Love. Love these 3 songs, but I got rid of Badge right off the bat. So it was between White Room and Sunshine of Your Love. And both of those are on every 70s compilation, right? But in the end, gotta go with Sunshine of Your Love. I mean, great song. Number 65 on Rolling Stone's top 500 songs of all time. It's just a great song. We're doing classic rock right here again. I know we're doing a lot of classic rock. I said we're going to do some more modern rock, that kind of stuff. But this came in. We're doing this. So, hope you love it. Don't forget, Saturday you got homework to do. You got to tune in because Sunday's the 100th episode and you got homework to do. Saturday I'm going to ask you some questions to post underneath, and Sunday we're going to do something cool. We're going to do a little giveaway. We'll talk about that. So, for today, Thursday, you got Cream, Sunshine of Your Love, I mean, it's a staple in classic rock, right? I mean, it's a good song. It's a great song. I just turned over to 10 minutes. It's time to go. All right. Enjoy your Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Don't forget Fridays. We love Fridays here. We just turn it up on Fridays. Oh, it's going to be a good one. So don't forget to turn in tomorrow for that show. And as usual, we'll see you on the flip side.